Clambering over Stanitsa Luhanska's makeshift bridge. It's a journey made by thousands, day in, day out. This is the only crossing point between government and separatist-held territory for hundreds of kilometers. Nina Sidorenko and her husband Anatoly live on the separatist-held side, but her pension and the medicines she needs are only available on government territory. Once a month, Nina must cross the front line. Each trip is an ordeal.
I was scared the whole time on the bridge. I had to take a tranquilizer. What would have happened if someone had tripped while they were carrying me?
But since Ukraine's new president Volodymyr Zelenskiy was elected, Nina says she at least feels hopeful. Zelensky has promised to make ending the war in Donbas his priority.
We were so impatient just waiting for the election. We have such high hopes. When Zelensky gave his oath of office, I simply cried. I just want all of this to end, to finally get back to peace.
At least in Stanitsa Luhanska, that could now be a little more likely, even though heavy artillery fire can still occasionally be heard in the distance. Block by block, the Ukrainian army is dismantling its own forward defences. Disengagement means soldiers on both sides are now several kilometres apart, where previously they could practically look each other in the eye. It's a measure agreed on some 2 years ago, but it's only now being implemented under Ukraine's new president. We're shown the new Ukrainian positions. Nothing is supposed to give away its location. The soldier we meet is adamant. This is no retreat.
The new position is bigger and better for us. We can see the enemy better from here.
5 years of conflict with the separatists have left their mark. More than 10,000 Ukrainians have been killed and 3 times as many injured since fighting broke out. This conflict has cost Natalia Zhurbenko dearly. Back home in Luhansk, she owned a business that employed more than 150 people. The separatists gave her just 6 hours to leave everything behind. In Stanitsa Luhanska, she began volunteering, coordinating donations for the Ukrainian army. She believes Ukraine should not back down.
I'm totally against this withdrawal. I don't want us to give up this territory again. This must all stay Ukraine. We need to join the EU and NATO. With a neighbor like Russia, we can't live without NATO.
This memorial is for the Ukrainian soldiers who died in and around Stanitsa Luhanska. It was Natalia's idea. Given the casualties, Natalia says Ukraine must not just cave in and accept peace at any price.
Handsome, that was his nickname. He was a scout. I'd just seen him, and the next morning I got a call that he'd been shot. It happened nearby.
Nina Sidorenko has had enough. She just wants to get back to her old life, a life in peace. Nina worked in a bakery until a failed operation put her in a wheelchair. That was almost 2 decades ago. Her pension is just 50 euros, half of which goes on nappies and drugs which she can't get at home in separatist-held territory. It's time to head back to the bridge. Most people here will have to wait several hours just to pass the checkpoint, in hot temperatures of 30 degrees Celsius. Fatalities are no rarity in these queues.
Ordinary people have had enough of this war. We're grieving for the normal life we used to live.
The scars left by 5 years of war run deep. But a little more normality could perhaps finally be around the corner. President Zelensky has announced he intends to rebuild the ruined bridge within weeks, with or without support from the separatist side.